What's up, guys? This is Omega Lion. I'm bringing you a gameplay here on Discovery using the AUG ACOG with Silencer. My perk setup is Scavenger, Warlord, and Marathon. Those are all pro. And to talk about this gun real quick, this is in my opinion, the second best gun in the game with ACOG. First place being the M16. And the M16 is the best simply because when you put an ACOG on an M16, it actually reduces the recoil. Not a lot of people know that, but M16 ACOG has reduced recoil, which makes long shots much easier, and it just increases the effective range of the M16 by a lot. And it's arguably the best ACOG sight. But the AUG is also very, very good with an ACOG, especially with a silencer, because the AUG has the best ACOG sight itself, even though it doesn't reduce recoil, in that just the way it is, because it has a pretty thin rim and a very, very, very clear sight. It's pretty much like a red dot sight, except the dot is white with a little black circle around it, and you get a huge area of vision, and the increased zoom is very helpful as well. So the silencer, by decreasing the muzzle flash, just makes this a little bit easier to use, because without the muzzle flash, you get this clear sight, and there's nothing at any point ever in the way of that. So controlling recoil is easy in that you'll always see which way you're going. So long shots are still possible with this. Now the reason I would use the AUG over the M16 ACOG is because the AUG is just more versatile in general. You can get long shots like I did right there, and then you can get these little close shots, and it's also good in close range engagements because similar to the FAMAS, it fires at 950 rounds per minute, and it's a 3-shot kill. So it's a very powerful weapon, and the only thing that holds it back from the FAMAS is that its recoil is different from most of the other guns in the game, and that it doesn't go up to the right, and it's also just more random in general, where it goes up, left, and right, and I had no idea where I got hit from. But, so, this gun, I would recommend it. It's very, very uncommon. You'll probably run into an AUG ACOG once every, I don't know, maybe 15 games, and I could have sworn you could destroy the floor in the middle, but I guess not. But you'll probably see an AUG ACOG once every 15 games, and even less an AUG silencer. So, it's an underused gun, and I like it a lot. Which sort of brings me on to my next topic, which is what I'm going to be doing with this channel. I already sort of mentioned, but I'm always looking to post gameplays with guns that you won't see a lot. For instance, I was using the PM63, I was using the Caparis. Here I'm using an AUG ACOG silencer. And that's sort of one of the things that I'm using to sort of show that my channel is a little bit different from everyone else. The next step in that is getting Final Cut Pro and editing videos to make it look a little nicer and add some more effects. But that'll come as soon as I download it. So basically, I have a few series planned out that just relate to weird guns that you won't see. For instance, I'm going to be doing a series which I've mentioned before called the Hybrid Weapons series, where all I do is use the weapons in the game. I'll probably go through each one twice, once with my favorite attachment, and once without any attachments at all. And basically a hybrid weapon is something like the Caparis in that it's a submachine gun, but it can fire through walls with the same stopping power as an assault rifle. At least at close range. Distance, it's really not that effective because it still has that 5-shot kill. But using a Caparis to spray through walls is effective, and not a lot of people know all of them. So when that series comes out, hopefully the people will be informed and maybe open up to use a few of the guns that I mentioned, and for the reasons why they're different than the rest. Another thing I've been planning is a new series called Pistol and Knife, which is self-explanatory. I don't know what else to say about that one. I'll be using a silenced pistol and a knife. It'll be one of the few sets of gameplays I post where I'll be using Ghost, because I'm using pistol and knife. It's sort of going to be like a stealthy series. Get a nice Nova gas going. But it's going to be a sort of stealthy series. I'll be running around. I'll be knifing people in the back and shooting people, and it's always going to be silenced, and so I'll never show up on radar unless, of course, the enemy gets a Blackbird. But that's just another series I had. And I'm also 3 gameplays I've been trying to get, which I haven't been able to do quite yet. Is a gameplay with the Uzi ACOG, a gameplay with the M1911 upgraded iron sights, and a gameplay with the ASP. And I almost always use scavengers, so you'll never see me use anything other than the guns that I'm planning on using. Unless I'm doing it by accident and it just so happens that I get a good gameplay and maybe I'll have 1 kill with my other gun. But that's sort of where I was deciding to go with my channel and a few series I've been planning. Plus getting into new editing ideas and sort of just being able to differentiate myself from the rest, so I'm not just like another commentator. But one of the last things I wanted to talk about was just the new Escalation Map Pack. I'm almost definitely not going to be getting it, so I won't be posting gameplays from there. To be honest, I was looking at the maps, and only one of them looks good in my opinion, and that would be the hotel. Which the reason I liked is because if you've noticed in Black Ops, I actually did a commentary over this before, which was talking about all the maps. And one of the observations I've had, which I'm not the only one, a lot of people have made this observation, is that a lot of the maps in Black Ops are really gray. They're not these bright, luscious colors. They're sort of these darker, stormier colors. Most of the maps that you would expect to be sunny it's like cloudy out, especially on Villa. There's actually lightning going off in the background and thunder. So I was looking at these maps and I'm like, they need to get more color, because one of the reasons why a lot of people enjoyed Modern Warfare 2 is because that game, all the stages on that game were these very bright, interesting to look at colors that could be played over and over. And so far on the new map pack that just came out, really the only one that seems to fit that, sort of Convoy, but not really so much, but Hotel is definitely the most in your face when it comes to color. So that would be the only map I'd want to play, really. And I mean, I could be wrong, but another reason I thought I would like it is because it reminded me a lot of High Rise in its linearness and just the way it's set up on a rooftop of a hotel. And I thought that was interesting, but that's no reason to get it. Now, I am a big zombie guy. My brother and I play a lot. My best wave is actually 39 on Kino der Toten. But I'm not going to just buy it for one map, so chances are I'm not going to end up getting it at all. So that was basically my idea on the map pack. I pretty much had all the same ideas as basically Xjaws, who just posted a video that was talking about all of them. So there's no point in really going over all that again. But so a lot of new games are going to be coming out, specifically Battlefield 3, Modern Warfare 3, Mass Effect, and Oblivion. But on this channel, I have a separate channel, but it's not linked to this, and I'm not going to try and connect them. But on a separate channel, I'm going to be posting probably the Mass Effect and Oblivion when I get them. But on this channel, when they come out, it's probably just going to be Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 3. And I gotta be honest, I hope Battlefield 3 is good. But that's the end of the gameplay. Final score is 201 to 97. I get 30 kills, 7 deaths, 1 capture, and 3 defends. And a lot of assists. So if you liked it, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next commentary.